All right. Welcome to the Jim Dandy podcast. This will be the first podcast that I've done in 2024. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about some news that's been going on. Today is July 15th, 2024. And this is an article that I saw from the Associated Press. It's entitled "The Secret Service is Investigating How a Man Who Shot and Injured Trump Was Able to Get So Close." And I think that's probably a good idea. So the story goes as follows from Washington. The U.S. Secret Service is investigating how a gunman armed with an AR style rifle was able to get close enough to shoot and injure former President Donald Trump at a rally Saturday in Pennsylvania, in a devastating failure of one of the agency's core duties. The FBI on Sunday identified the shooter as Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20, of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. The gunman, who officials said was killed by Secret Service personnel, fired multiple shots at the stage from an elevated position outside of the rally venue, the agency said. An Associated Press analysis of more than a dozen videos and photos taken at the Trump rally, as well as satellite imagery of the site, shows the shooter was able to get astonishingly close to the stage where the former president was speaking. A video posted to social media and geolocated by the AP shows Crook's body lying motionless on the roof of a manufacturing plant just north of the Butler Farm Show grounds where Trump's rally was held. A different image shows Crooks wearing a gray t-shirt with a black American flag on the right arm with a bloody wound to his head. The roof was fewer than 150 meters from where Trump was speaking, a distance from which a decent marksman could reasonably hit a human sized target. For reference, 150 meters is a distance at which the U.S. Army recruits must hit a human sized silhouette to qualify with the M16 assault rifle in basic training. The AR style rifle, like that of the gunman at the Trump rally, is the semi automatic civilian version of the military M16. President Joe Biden said Sunday he has directed an independent review of the security at the rally. Biden said he also directed the U.S. Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention, which begins Monday, which is today, by the way, and that's happening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Audrey Gibson Stachino, the Secret Service's coordinator for the convention, told reporters later that the agency was satisfied with what she called its comprehensive planning for the Republican convention. Biden urged Americans not to make assumptions about the motive of the shooter. He said investigators are working swiftly to investigate the attack. Unity is the most elusive goal of all, he said, but nothing is more important than that right now. Calls for an investigation came from all sides. Republican Mark Green, a Tennessee Republican who chairs the House Committee on Homeland Security, sent a letter to Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas on Sunday, raising questions about the shooting and demanding information about the former president's Secret Service protection. The seriousness of this security failure and chilling moment in our nation's history cannot be underestimated. The Secret Service did not have a speaker at a news conference Saturday night where the FBI and Pennsylvania state police officials briefed reporters on the shooting investigation. FBI Special Agent in Charge Kevin Rojek said it was surprising that the gunman was able to fire at the stage before he was killed. Members of the Secret Service's counter sniper team and counter assault team were at the rally, according to two law enforcement officials. The officials spoke on condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to discuss details of the investigation. The heavily armed counter assault team, whose Secret Service code name is Hawkeye, is responsible for eliminating threats so that other agents can shield and take away the person they are protecting. The counter sniper team, known by the code name Hercules, uses long range binoculars and is equipped with sniper rifles to deal with long range threats. Mayorkas said his department and the Secret Service are working with law enforcement to investigate the shooting. Maintaining the security of presidential candidates and their campaign events is one of the department's most vital priorities, he said. We condemn this violence in the strongest possible terms and commend the Secret Service for their swift action today, Mayorkas said. We are engaged with President Biden, former President Trump, and their campaigns, and are taking every possible measure to ensure their safety and security. Green also noted reports that Secret Service had rebuffed requests from the Trump campaign for additional security. A spokesperson for the Secret Service, Anthony Guglielmi, said on X Sunday that those allegations were absolutely false and that they had added resources and technology as the campaign's travel increased. Green said he would be talking with Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle on Sunday. Former top Secret Service agents told the AP that crooks should never have been allowed to gain access to the roof, and the agency will have to figure out how that happened. They said such a lapse could have been caused by officers neglecting their posts or a flaw in the event's security plan. The agency is going to have to go through the security plan and interview a number of people from the director on down to figure out what went wrong, said Stephen Colo, who retired in 2003 as an assistant director after 27 years career in the service. Colo said presidential candidates and former presidents don't typically get the same level of protection as sitting president. In fact, Colo said he was surprised that the agency had staffed the event with a counter sniper team, such a valuable resource. There are not many of those highly trained agents. It usually is reserved for the president. Candidates don't usually get such teams. All right, so I'm going to stop there, and a couple of questions that I have. The first question was asked in the article: how did the shooter gain access to this building without the Secret Service prohibiting him from doing that? And the next question I have is: how did the shooter know he would be able to make access onto this building? How did he know to go to that building? Why was there a delay in in confronting this person or eliminating the threat? There's a lot of questions that don't make any sense. And another thing that I saw when President Trump went down and he was surrounded by several of the agents there, he, before he was rushed off the stage, he posed for a photo op. And that's where the iconic photo was taken that you've seen since then, and you'll see likely for years. And then as he was going down the stairs, he tried to do another photo op. And then when he got to the car, he tried to do another photo op. What in the world is going on here? So the Secret Service's job is to protect him. They should have pushed his head down and told him to get on down there, because you ain't got no business sticking your head out. If a camera can see your face, so can a rifle scope. It's a stupid. Anybody who says that I'm wrong on that, tell me why I'm wrong. I just don't believe that I am. There are some other questionable things. There's been some talk about, and I don't think it's been confirmed, but there was some reports that one of the snipers came out on social media and made a statement about being told to stand down and not to engage. And you know, I'm not so sure that that's accurate. I don't actually. I think that that's probably not accurate now, but it did something that did come out. Another thing is so so what was the caliber of rifle that the shooter had? Was he shooting a 22 long rifle? Um, where did he get the gun? Have we learned that? I haven't heard that. I don't know if we've learned the where he got the gun. Did he buy it himself? And so forth. I don't know. Did he live with his mom and dad? And is the photo okay? So we saw the Thomas Matthew Crooks, and we saw images of him. Is there? Are we sure that the images we've seen is him? There was a video that came out where that person says, "Hi, I'm Thomas Matthew Crooks, and I hate Republicans, and I hate Trump, and you got the wrong guy." That's kind of what he says. And hi, I'm Thomas Matthew Crooks, and I hate Republicans, and I hate Donald Trump, and you got the wrong guy. That's kind of what he did. And is that the right guy? So is the guy that got shot and that guy, is that the same guy? Do we know that? Have we confirmed that that's actually him? Or there has been some reports that maybe the guy that they got that wrong, that that's actually not the shooter's name. And so, there's some questions there still. So there's a lot of questions and not enough answers. And are we ever going to know the truth to this all the way, the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Probably not. We never do, man. We never do. But the lone nut shooter, I don't know, man. So I think it would be very plausible. This is just my opinion. It would be very plausible that someone was in contact with this young man, this shooter. Let's go ahead and just call him the shooter, and he was told, where he could go, where to go. The rifle was likely planted there, so he didn't have to carry it in there. So it was there. He got it. Why would nobody engage him? Even the local police department that was there and sheriffs or whoever was there, nobody engaged this guy. What's the problem? What the hell is that? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it sounds well, I mean, call it what it is. It sounds like someone, they're allowing this guy to go do what he's doing. That's what it looks like to me. So Anyway, I mean, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right on that, but that surely has to be on the table. It's not off the table. Take it off the table, man, but make it, you know, make it make sense. I ain't seeing it yet. So anyway, these are some problems that I'm having, some questions that I'm having. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Today is July 15th, 2024, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I just wanted to kind of have a little bit of time to actually I wanted to test this microphone, man. I do want to be more of a content creator, sharing pages and, teaching, sharing some information that may be of interest to people. And so that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and bring some information. You can call me the Kook Show or whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm asking real questions, and I think my questions are fair. And that's what I'm always going to try and do. I'm always going to try and tell you the truth, tell you what I think. I'm going to say what I think, guys. That's what I'm going to do. So, if you want to hear what I think, and I will be fair, I'm not crazy. Look, I don't just believe anything. I used to, but I don't anymore. I need to have some reason to believe it. Proof always, maybe. Well, I'd love to have proof. I don't always get proof, but I need to have a reason to know things. I want to know things, not just believe them. I want to know things. So, thanks for joining me. I'm Jim Dandy.